Yesterday we heard Srila Prabhupada's introduction to Bhajan Rahasya book of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. We came to know that the worship of Kanishtadikaris with awe and reverence, deity, with articles and this, that is one level. And this is not the same as those who have already realized their eternal real self related to Radha Krishna in one of the 5 intimate relationships where there is no awe and reverence and God consciousness in this. When those who have realized and they are fully engaged in the service of Krishna on transcendental platform, that is called bhajan. And in them, that 24 hours of transcendental time, Lila is manifested in their heart and they are serving accordingly. That we came to know. So there is a difference. So this book is about this, about that bhajan. Although such devotees will also do archan in this world, means worship of deities, but it will be of different category, with that kind of relation. So I wanted to go through one verse of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Bhajan Rahasya, because during Kartik we will hear on this Skype about Gajendra Moksha, not other, but so that we can understand what is the point here. In explanation of one verse by Rupa Goswami from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, you will find in that Kartik handbook. Then Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote explanation. Parama Pavan Krishna Tahara Charan Nishkapata Shraddha Soho Koroho Bhajan Jarnam Surjavas Antare Praveshi Dvangsa Kore Mahapap Anda Kararashi Eishi Kastake Kohe Krishna Lila Krom Ihate Bhajan Krome Lilara Udgom Pratame Pratam Shlok Bhaja Kichudin Dvitiya Shlokete Tobe Ho Topravin. Krishna is the supreme redeemer. He can rescue us. He can purify us. His lotus feet should be worshipped with firm faith and without deceitfulness. We are worshipping him for him. That is sincere worship. But if we have some other desire, then that is actually not worship, it is deceitfulness. We are worshiping for some other thing, and also that is not sincere for the jiva, because jiva is eternal servant of Krishna. So sincerity for the jiva means only this, service of Krishna. Everything else is deceitfulness. So with firm faith that Krishna exists, and who is he? He is Supreme Lord, all unifying spiritual principle. By serving him you serve all, and without ulterior desires. He should be worshipped in this way. Glow of the holy name, like dawn of sunrise, entering into the heart, will destroy all great sins and remove all kinds of nescience, deep darkness. Even a glimpse of holy name, namabhas, not full manifestation of holy name, can give this result, like in Ajamil. He did not commit any offense to Vishnu or Vaishnava before. He had strong desire to enjoy, that was there. But out of fear of seeing those Yamadutas, from the core of his heart, he called his son Narayan. So that Narayan name is not different from Narayan, and it targeted Narayan. So all his sins were destroyed. No reaction he will get. Yamadutas could not take him. All his sins were destroyed by one Namabhas. And also all kinds of nescience, deep darkness, means all other desires. There will be no attraction to enjoy this world. That liberation you will get by Namabhas of Krishna only. So such Redeemer is Krishna. But if we have offenses, then we cannot get such a result. So under the guidance of bona fide Guru, we should start serving Krishna by chanting his name and removing those wrong tendencies from our heart. Gradually it will be removed when we will be constantly engaged in the service under the guidance of Guru, because Mahaprabhu told to that Brahmin who said, I did some offenses to Vaishnavas before, I did not know. So now what I should do? Then Mahaprabhu said, you stop that wrong activity, and with this same mouth with which you criticize them, you will have to sing the glories of Vaishnavas and Supreme Lord. Then taking that nectar will destroy that poison. Gradually, like if you take nectar, if you took poison through this mouth, then through that same mouth you have to take nectar, and that will destroy. So if we are having any kind of attraction for any kind of enjoyment in this world, and we are feeling some kind of pain, suffering, or like this, means we are not chanting Namabhas. Because Namabhas gives liberation from all suffering. You will be on transcendental platform with no disturbance, with no desires, nothing. Brahma Bhuta Prasanatmana Shochati Nakankshati. No. So Namabhas is not so cheap also. What to speak of Shuddhanam? Shuddhanam means when you have only one desire, that is service of Krishna eternally, then with the realization of your eternal relation with him, then that will be pure name. By that we will get prema. So Krishna is Supreme Redeemer. Even a glimpse of his holy name can give you mukti. That will first come. Gradual sequential development of the pastimes of Krishna is narrated in Shikastaka. By this sequence of bhajan, pastimes will be manifested. At first, the first verse of Shikastaka is to be practiced for some days. Thereafter, you become eligible for practice of second verse. So, as I told, practicing first verse of Shikastaka will reveal first lila of Radha Krishna. Chari shloke kramasha bhajan pakka karo, pancham shlokete nijo siddha dekho baro. Oi shloke siddha dekhe Radha padashray, aramba kariya krome unnati udoy, choy shlok bhajite anartha dure gelo, tobe jana siddha dekhe odikar hoilo, odikar na lobiya siddha dekho bhave, viparjay buddhi janme shaktiro abhave. Then, by careful practice of the 4 verses of Shikastaka, gradually you acquire maturity in bhajan. After that, be eligible for achieving your realized eternal spiritual form by practicing the 5th verse. Being well established in the 5th verse, get the service of the lotus feet of Radharani by attaining realized form, that is Siddha Deha or Swarup. Advancement of bhajan will begin from this and will be developed. After being competent in realizing the transcendental sweet ecstatic feelings through practice of 6th verse, your attachment for ulterior reverse desires will be removed totally. Then actually you will be entitled to get eternal realized spiritual form. When 8 principal modes of transcendental ecstatic feelings will be revealed, the criterion of your attainment of safety region is achieved. Without the manifestation of these ecstatic feelings, if any aspirant poses to get that realized state, it will be cause of disaster to him due to lack of intrinsic spiritual force from within. So this is not so easy to understand, but by the grace of Gurudev, we heard his explanation. So first we have to practice first verse of Shikastaka, then second, then third, then fourth. Fourth means you will have no any other desire. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim kobitang ba jagadisha kamaye. Mama janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhakti rahaitikute. Let me have your causeless devotion, birth after birth. Even liberation I don't want. What to speak of anything of this world. This will be maturity in bhajan, because anarthas will go away or will be subdued. Then after that, by practicing 5th verse, Oi Nanda Tanuja Kinkang Patitang, that verse, you will achieve your Siddha Deha, realized spiritual form or Swarup, that is your eternal form in relation to Radha Krishna in Vrindavan. And in that spiritual form, if you are in that rasa, then you will take shelter of Radharani as her maidservant. Here, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur means maidservant, that is Manjari. They are servants of Radharani. Getting the service of the lotus feet of Radharani, advancement of bhajan, that is in this context means this, will begin from this. Before we are in Archan platform. But when we achieve this Siddha Deha, then bhajan will start. We will assist Radharani in her service of Krishna in the 24 hours, in that raga mark. Advancement of bhajan will start from there, and it will be developed also. That is not the end, that is the start of bhajan. Like in Archan, you will start worshipping, and maybe at the beginning you will only do Mangalarati, and then something like more, and this seva and that seva. Like that, in that internal raga mark, there are also many stages, but beginning is this realization of your eternal relation with Radha Krishna, who you are, and you will get, like in Jaiva Dharma, in first chapter, you know, that Sannyasi Thakur, who was Mayavadi, and topmost Mayavadi in Kashi, but by getting the darshan and of one pure devotee and hearing that holy name from him in ecstatic feelings, some extraordinary blissful feeling he got in his heart. But he did not approach him immediately because he was proud. I am a sannyasi, I am topmost, I am all this. So he did not approach immediately. But later he regretted and he gave up. First went to Vrindavan. From Vrindavan went to Navadip, and he met one pure devotee, Babaji, there, Paramahamsa Das Babaji. And he submitted himself to him. And Babaji Maharaj explained to him about pure devotion and everything. Then after some days, when Babaji Maharaj was chanting Harinam in the morning, early morning, he was in that lila serving. And because this Sannyasi Thakur was sitting in front of him, he could also see what is the eternal spiritual form of that Sannyasi Thakur. So still in that ecstasy, in internal consciousness, he said to that Sannyasi Thakur, you are Ramana Manjari. And this cockatoo wants to make a sound. That monkey of Radharani, which we are hearing during Kartik. So you don't allow her to do that sound. Otherwise Lalita will be angry. So this is your service. You be very careful in this. So first he got only this service. He came to know his name, and that when cockatoo will want to make that sound, harsh sound, you should stop her. So that was her service first. That is only in first lila, but then so many lilas and so like that. So there is also development. But bhajan will start from that point. Then when you will realize all 8 ashtasattvic vikara ecstatical symptoms on next stage, that is bhava stage, 6th verse, Nayanangalatashadar, tears will roll down from the eyes, your voice will be choked, and hairs will stand on end, and other 8 are there, you will find in 6th verse. When you will get that stage, bhava stage, then here Gurudev said, then all your ulterior desires will be removed totally. Before they were subdued, and then they are remaining like in a subtle form until the stage of bhava. You will find in Madhurya Kadambini or Bishana Chakuri Thakur, gradually they are removed. Like if you have wine in one, our Gurudev explained like this, you have wine in one glass, you may throw it out, there is no wine, but still some smell is there. It's not totally removed. So on bhava stage, it will be totally removed. So at that time, you will be well established in your own real self, Siddha Deha or your Swarup. You will be well established. Before, you get some glimpses, either by Guru telling you, as we see in Jaiva Dharma. In this case, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said in 3 possible ways we can get that. One is by your own Guru. He will tell, he will reveal. Another is by Shiksha Guru, who is approved or appointed, non-different from Diksha Guru. Or when you do sadhana sincerely, then in your purified heart, that will be manifested. It will reveal. It will be revealed. You will see Radha Krishna and yourself in relation to them. It will be awakened automatically by that sadhana given by Guru. So in all these three ways, you will find in Jaiva Dharma we have this example. And another example is this Brajanath and Vijay Kumar. They were doing Vaidhi sadhana very strictly, and they purified heart. So when they were hearing Bhagavatam, 10th canto, Leela of Krishna, then automatically they got some transcendental liking for certain service. One said, I would like to serve like Lalita. Another said, I would like to serve like Subal Saka. So Guru said, okay, you come to me separately in private. I will show you how you can develop that service and what is your forum and everything. Like this. And another example is in Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Sharanagati, at the end he said, when one will chant Harinam purely, when Harinam will be little manifested, then he will show you all this Leela of Vrindavan will show, because everything is inside, present. And when it will be more open, Harinam, then he will also show you your own spiritual form and what is your duty and everything. Means it will happen by the grace of Radha Krishna. That is by the grace of Guru. Guru is there. He gave us Harinam and his best servitor, so it will be revealed. So first we will get some revelation in either of these ways, and then when we will practice that Raganuga sadhana, we are not yet fully accomplished. We are now sadhakas of Raganuga. So we have to do that service attentively, and gradually it will be developed. Then at the stage of bhav, that is prior stage of prema, then you will be well established. That is why here it is said, then actually you will be entitled to get eternal realized spiritual form. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, it is very important, Adhikarna lobya sita deho bhave, viparjay buddhi janme shaktiro abhave. If one, without having that qualification of sixth verse, bhav stage, and all ecstatical symptoms are naturally manifesting by chanting Harinam, if one will pose that I am a realized soul, I am Manjari, I am this, I am, if he will pose for some name and fame and like this he will pose, then that will be cause of disaster to him. Because there is no such spiritual force from within, that devotion is not there, but he is telling that he is a realized soul, but it is not there. So because of that he may fall down, because of this false pride. So one may receive some glimpses by his sadhana, or by the grace of pure devotee guru or pure devotee shiksha guru, that is okay. But that is starting point. You cannot pose, now I am a Manjari. No, you have entered into the school of developing that. Like when we take initiation, Harinam initiation, that is the starting point. We are not now realized souls. That is starting point, bhajana kriya. There are many stages. So like that in Raganuga sadhana also there are many stages, and you cannot pose that now I am a Manjari. So this is here Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that it will be cause of disaster to him due to lack of intrinsic spiritual force from within. Up to the stage of bhava, one can fall down also. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Bhajan Rahasya he told also, these are the stages, ruchi, asakti, all these. So, but if due to bad association from outside or from within, we have within so many this bad association, our previous samskaras, anarthas, karma, all this. If someone becomes proud and commit some offenses due to that pride, then he will also fall down to get that lesson. When that offense will be removed, he will again go from where he stopped, but this lesson will come. So we have to be very careful. This is one meaning. Another meaning also, Vaishnavas they give, if one without proper adhikar, means proper qualification, will think I am Manjari, or like this Siddha Deho, I am this 12 years old, this is the color of my sari. If without proper qualification he will think, then that will also be detrimental. But here we have to be careful. Jiva Goswami, he wrote in Bhakti Sandarbha, you will find, Raganuga starts from Ruchi. ruchi for certain taste, for certain bhav in Vrindavan. It has to be transcendental, not that, oh, I would like to be mother, from material sentiment. That is not the same. Transcendental ruchi, in whom it is awakened for certain bhav, for a certain mood of service in Vrindavan, after hearing about Lila or seeing Lila, getting darshan, when that strong desire to attain that bhav, and it is not dependent on any scriptural logic or argument, or like his supreme Lord, you have to worship him, it is your duty, otherwise you will go to hell, and all the, no. His main stimulant is only this, greed, that desire. He's attracted, I want this. I want to serve Krishna like this. No any other reason. This is the only reason. That greed and that taste. So that time one is eligible to start Raganuga sadhana. Start. Not that he's realized. He can start. But Jiva Goswami explained that it may also be possible if one did not attain such ruchi, that platform, if he meets some raga marg devotee, well-established devotee of raga marg, he's established in his own Swarup and serving Radha Krishna all the time. By the company of such Raganuga devotee, if he will appreciate Raganuga, he does not have that strong desire, taste, ruchi, all these things, not. But due to association with that, he will appreciate and he will have respect. In that case, he can also start Raganuga sadhana. By the grace of that devotee, he will reveal him how to do it, but he will have to do it together with Vaidhi Bhakti. It is there. You will find in Bhakti Sandarbha. And also, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explained in Raghavartma Chandrika book that this is also possible. But then he lists all the rules and regulations of Vaidhi, which one will have to follow as such type of Raganuga sadhaka. He said, not necessary all, but certain there must. So it is possible, and he can cross anarthas and like this. It is possible. That is called Ajata Ruchi Raganuga sadhana. Before attaining Ruchi Raganuga sadhana. It is possible, it is given by Jiva Goswami, it is given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. It is there, this process. But if all the conditions are not fulfilled, that Raganuga devotee is not a realized soul. He is not seeing Radha Krishna Lila and he is not having that transcendental vision to see your Swarup. Then he cannot give you your Swarup. He can, there will be some imagination, or I'm giving you this, you should do like this. He will himself like decide what, not that he's seeing what is the actual form of the soul or what service Krishna wants, but something he will assign. That is wrong. So this was going on much by this wrong application of like Raganuga sadhana, these imaginary things. So in Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur did not apply this process. Although it exists, but he did not apply due to this risk of guru speculating and also disciple speculating. Our Gurudev also told it is true that Narottam Thakur in his songs, he said that for sadhakas, this is also there. What you will think at the time of sadhana, you will get at the time of perfection, it is there. But Prabhupada warned that there should be no mental speculation, like I will imagine, oh, Krishna is like this, Brajadam is like this, and like it will be on this. Then it will not be, you will get opposite result. So because this was so much misused, Prabhupada did not apply this, but he applied this thing. He engaged us in the service of Radha Krishna on the platform. And when you will become purified by this service, and you will start to get some glimpses of your, in your purified heart, some glimpses, then you can tell your guru, this is what I got, and he will confirm and he will guide you like this. That is one possibility. Also Prabhupada wrote in one letter to one disciple, it is possible. Or it will naturally from within, when you will get more and more those realizations, it will be settled and it will be clear, and by the grace of Guru in that spiritual forum, you will be guided. As Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also told in Raghavartma Chandrika book, quoting one verse from Bhagavatam, that when one will do sadhana, Shravan Kirtan, then more and more subtle he can see, more and more fine. Like putting ointment on your eyes, that Ayurvedic ointment, you will regain your vision or improve your vision. Like that, the more one will do sadhana and the more one will become purified, the more deep he will be able to see. Jiva Goswami also wrote, you do Harinam without offenses, then everything will be revealed gradually. Also your own self and what is your duty, everything. By the grace of Harinam, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also wrote. So this process, this approach is followed by the followers of Saraswati Thakur, the Saraswata Gauriya Vaishnavas, Gauriya Mat. They will follow this process. We are not against Raganuga or against this, but we are against misappropriation of this or imaginary or all this. And but that is our goal, to become the dust particles of Rupa Goswami, means Rupa Manjari, his servants, maid servants. But this is the approach through sincere sadhana and revelation, internal revelation and guidance of Guru. First he will be in Sadhaka forum, then in Siddha forum he will come to you and he will guide you. Everything is there. Some they are saying there is no Raganuga in Gauriya Mat. There is no false Raganuga in Gauriya Mat. That is true. No false Raganuga. But there is real Raganuga. With this approach, and it is given by Jiva Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, all. It is given. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And Haridas Thakur also taught in Harinam Chintamani. So, in this way, when we will practice the 5th verse on Asakti, we will get glimpses and we'll start practicing, and we will totally remove whatever is left. Then on the stage of Bhava, you will directly be yourself and you will serve, and then from Bhava stage, that will be developed into Prema, final stage. So this we have to, but if we pose, I am realized, I am Manjari, then you will fall down, because you will commit offense like this. I am Raganuga Sadhaka, but Gauriya Mat has no Raganuga Sadhana. That is total false. It is coming from your false ego, so you will have to get reaction. As I told yesterday, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Nayan Muni Manjari. paraphernalia, personal paraphernalia of Radharani, non-different. So how I can enter into Golok Vrindavan? By denying personal paraphernalia of Radharani, or offending, or criticizing, or ignoring, or denying. How? You cannot enter there. Prabhupada is there as Nayan Muni Manjari. He is there. He descended from there to rescue us, fallen souls. So if I have anything against Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, as many Sahajiyas have, why? Because he spoke the truth. That you cannot imagine that, and you will have to give up all your anarthas and aparadas and all this. You will have to sincerely do bhajan, not artificially and for some other this. So they cannot tolerate this, so they are against. But they cannot enter into Goloka because he came from there. He's always with Radharani. She. You will have to first settle your due respect and due relation with her before you can go there. Otherwise it is not possible. Personal paraphernalia. Nayan Muni, that is that most essential part of the I. Radharani is saying, where is my Nayan Muni Manjari? I cannot see without her. Radharani is saying, seeking, where is she? I cannot see without her. That is Lila, but this is her intimate relation. So how I think I will get the service of Radharani or please Radharani or enter Goloka if I have something against her own personal paraphernalia in the Lila. It is not possible. That is why our Gurudev said, if anyone has anything against Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, he cannot enter there. So we should not, or we should unqualified, in unqualified stage, either we are imagining or Guru is imagining. Even I heard from one, he got such process from his Guru. His Guru told him, this is your name, this, all this. But this devotee told me, he said, I don't believe that Guru actually got this information from Krishna. How he can like just directly have contact with Krishna? Even disciple did not believe. He said, I don't know whether that is true or not. I don't believe. I believe that that is okay for some, how to say, indication in which direction you should go, but it will be revealed by Harinam and by purity. It will be revealed. So even he could not believe his own Guru that he got that information from Krishna, as they say. That Guru will enter Samadhi and he will see, then he will tell you. But this disciple did not believe that this actually happened. Or maybe approximately only. Not actual. That will be revealed. So what we have to do our approach and have good wishes for all others. Those who are sincere will not be deceived. And it is also not, there is no shortcut. Like someone will think, I'm in Gauriya Math, they are not giving me Siddha Deho information, so I want, so let me go to some, these Babajis or some, let me go and I will get. But the thing is, even if you get, that does not mean that by that you will automatically remove your anarthas and aparadas and difficulties and karma and everything. There also you will have to follow the process. And it is not easy. it is the same anartha, same aparada, same service you'll have to do. There is no shortcut, or this is more easy, this is less, or like this. Same goal, and the same steps are there. You will have to cross. Even I heard, directly he admitted, there was one Western devotee. He learned Bengali and Sanskrit and these things, so he, like in 80s, beginning of 80s, he took shelter of one Babaji and started this process. So he was also much propagating this and telling, no, immediately you can start Raganuga Sadhan. Why is Kwan and Gauriya there saying should not? And like this he was telling and was preaching. And many Western devotees, they started, by his preaching, they started that process and like this. And after maybe like 20 or 25 years of that his preaching, he himself personally admitted in written, now I see that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was actually right. Although one can start Raganuga sadhana in beginning, but at that time there is no actual greed yet, or actual ruchi yet, which they already admitted before. So he admitted that like 98 or something % of all those who have accepted this process of Ajata Ruchi Raganuga sadhana, they are not practicing. So yes, although in Shastra and Vajuga, it is, that approach is also correct and everything is correct, but practically speaking, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur was right. It is not so easy. Because same anarthas will be here or there. You are the same person. You will have to chant Harinam. You will have to do worship of deities and all Vaishnav Seva. Everything you will have to do. You will have to cross all those anarthas and engage in the service. There is no shortcut that you will go and now that Guru will give you and now you are Manjari. No sadhana necessary. Now you are Golok Vrindavan Manjari and everything is finished. It is not like that. The same process you will have to do. And that will even give you some more puzzle in the beginning if you start. Even the greatest Babaji of his time, there in Radhakunda Mahant, he also admitted this. In writing, he said that actually actual Raganuga will start after Ruchi. Before you may practice something, but actually it will start at that time. So the devotee realized it is not that you will just come and you are Manjari and now you are in Golok. No, they are not practicing anymore. No taste, no interest, no nothing. So we are following our approach, giving due respect to all. Due respect. It is not black and white, but due respect how much and what is good and everything appreciate and good wishes for everyone, but not mixing the approaches. Savadane krom dhoro jodi siddhi chao, sadur charita dekhi shuddha buddhi pao, siddha dekho pe krome bhajana korile, ashtakal seva sukh anayase mile, shikastaka chinta koro smarana kirtan, krome ashtakal seva hobe udipon, sakala anarta jabe pabe prema dhon, chaturvarge phalgu prai hobe adarshan. If the aspirant wants to get realized state, he should very carefully accept the gradual procedure, strictly following the direction of pure devotee sadhu, which is the only way of getting eternal, pure devotional wisdom realization. We have to follow pure devotee. If you will read that Ragavartma Chandrika of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, there you will find that Ekadashi following is one of the compulsory things in Raganuga sadhana. And putting tilak, compulsory, and so many other. So if we follow this, that yes, I will immediately start Raganuga, very okay, very good. You have that kind of faith and interest, very good. But you see what your own guru is telling you what you have to do. It is not without rules and regulations. It is not without, it is with rules and regulations. So if we follow, why Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur would give something which is unnecessary? No, it is necessary. You will see all that is written there. So everyone has to follow pure devotee. That is the only way of getting eternal pure devotional wisdom. Wisdom means realization, real thing. Not only theoretically knowing. Yes, these are the names of Sakis, this is that place, this is Vrindavan, we know everything. We read all the books, we know everything. That is not wisdom. That is some knowledge gathering and imagining what is that. But the wisdom means you have to practically do as per direction of pure devotee guru. After being eligible for getting eternal realized spiritual form, Swarup, your own eternal form, in relation to Radha Krishna, by sincere bhajan, the aspirant can attain easily transcendental, blissful service of the 8 periods of pastimes of Radha Krishna. Naturally it will come. Very easily, naturally it will be revealed. And you can get that blissful service. Service of 8 periods of pastimes of Radha Krishna will be gradually manifested by incessantly thinking, remembering and singing of the 8 verses of Shikastaka. That includes practicing, thinking, remembering and singing. So we are reciting first verse Cheto Darpana Marjanam, and we are also singing the song written by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, which is same as that first verse of Shikastaka, that we are singing every day during Kartik, that song. By this devotional practice, all ulterior desires will be removed, the highest wealth of transcendental divine love will be achieved, and undercurrent flow of desires for Chaturvarga, that is, the 4 objects of human pursuit, that is, mundane virtue, dharma, wealth, artha, sensuous enjoyment, kama, and desire for salvation, moksha, will disappear. So this is the practice we are doing during Kartik. We are thinking, remembering, singing Shikastaka, practicing. Then that will remove all ulterior desires and you will get transcendental divine love, and the Leela of Radha Krishna will be revealed, and your eternal Swarup in relation to Radha Krishna will be revealed, and you will get that blissful service of Radha Krishna. Naturally, you will get. So tomorrow there is one more verse here from Bhajan Rahasya. I will try to remember the explanation of Gurudev. so that we know what is the Ekanta Bhaktir Matra Kirtan Smaran Anya Parve Ruchi Nahi Hoy Pravartan Bhaver Sohit Hoy Shri Krishna Sevon Swarasiki Bhav Krome Hoy Udipon Ekanta Bhaktir Kriya Mudra Rago Dito Tatapi Seisop Nahi Bidi Biporito Sarvatya Korileo Chara Sukothin Pratishtasha Tyage Jatna Pai Beprovin Prabhate Gobira Ratre Ma Dhyane Sandhyay Anarta Charya Lao Namero Ashroy Ei Rupe Kirtan Smaran Jai Kore Krishna Kripa Hoy Shigra Anayase Tare Shraddha Kori Sadhu Sange Krishna Namaloy Anarta Sakala Jai Nishta Upajoy Pratah Kale Nitya Lila Koribe Chinton Chintite Chintite Bhaber Hoibe Sadhan. This verse we'll have to also understand. This is from Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It is this same point what we were hearing now about Raganuga Sadhan. We will hear tomorrow, and if there will be time, then we can see also in Sri Bhajan Rahasya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in second period of devotional practice, second jam, there he spoke about giving up nama paradas, and he listed them, nama paradas, and about other misfortunes, because I have no liking to chant Harinam due to my misfortune. So what is that misfortune? This weakness of heart, so many, these are there listed. And also offenses, even to cruel behavior to any living entity is offense. And also I will see, maybe for Seva Parat also he mentioned, so I will see, or we can read from some other, because I am in that stage now. By the grace of Krishna, I got Guru, and Guru instructed me how to do bhajan, and I have to do that bhajan and remove all anarthas and aparadas. That is my project, not so many other things. I'm not qualified for that. So I have to first do this and come to beyond anartha nivriti to the stage of nishta, constant bhajan. Then there further will be there. But now I have to first attain this nishta. Step by step we have to go. If we jump, then we will fall down. Step by step. So tomorrow we'll hear.